Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most captivating space odysseys out there, Outlaw Star. Now, before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an update. Let's get it. Outlaw Star is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Takehiko Ito. The manga was serialized in Kodansha's weekly morning magazine in 1996 with a total of 21 volumes. The manga series was later adapted into a 26-episode anime produced by Sunrise and aired on TV Tokyo from January 8, 1998 to June 25, 1998. The story follows Gene Starwind, a freelance space adventurer, and his partner Jim Hawking, as they embark on a journey in search of a legendary treasure known as the Galactic Ley Line. Along the way, they encounter various enemies, allies, and strange characters, including the lovely outlaw, Hot Ice Hilda, and the enigmatic assassin, Twilight Suzuka. Outlaw Star is praised for its thrilling space battles, intriguing plot, and unique blend of science fiction and Western themes. The anime gained a dedicated fan base for its action-packed sequence and memorable characters. So, let's get into the story. Gene Starwind and Jim Hawking, an oddball duo with a knack for trouble, find themselves caught up in a whirlwind of chaos when a seemingly straightforward job for a woman named Rachel turns out to be anything but ordinary. As they are hired to protect and escort her while she services farm equipment, little did they know they were signing up for an intergalactic roller coaster ride filled with pirates, hidden identities, and a container surprise that would make anyone's jaw drop. When the key pirates crash their little party, Gene's street smarts and Jim's genius intellect come into play, leading them to uncover Rachel's real identity, Hot Ice Hilda, an infamous outlaw on the hunt for buried treasure. Now, who could have guessed that a job involving farm equipment would have led to a treasure hunt? Not your average Monday gig, that's for sure. With the pirates vanquished, Hilda, in a move that would impress even the most daring of con artists, pulls a fast one on Gene by shooting him and ordering Jim to fetch a mysterious container. You know it's going to be a wild day when you end up with a naked girl popping out of a container like his latest reality TV show on Netflix. Meet Melfine, the girl who emerges from suspended animation, looking as lost and confused as Jim trying to decipher ancient hieroglyphics. The poor girl probably wonders if she accidentally stepped into a time travel of a space-age version of Too Hot to Handle. Escaping the key pirates in a dropship, the crew, with Melfine in tow, ventures into the vast expanse of space. The Horus, Hilda's spaceship, and the stage for their epic adventures becomes their floating sanctuary in the cosmos. Next stop, Blue Haven, a notorious hangout for outlaws. The perfect place for Gene to show off his intelligent humor, making friends and enemies alike as he gets into a bar brawl with a motley crew led by none other than the infamous McCoy. But wait, it doesn't end there. The brawling action continues when McCoy's lackeys seek revenge and stage a late-night attack on Gene and Hilda. However, Gene and Hilda bring their A-game and send the bad guys packing. Now the crew sets their sights on outer space, fighting off against the Aisha clan and her Katarl ship. The stakes are high, and Aisha's rage unleashes a comedic spectacle of ship-to-ship combat. Aisha's demotion might be a bummer, but hey, every spacefaring crew has their ups and downs. At least she's left behind on Blue Heaven, where she can regroup, hone her skills, and perhaps take a crash course in anger management. We all have those days, right? Cue the dramatic music. The rendezvous point has arrived, only for the crew to find Hilda's friends obliterated by the key pirates. As they escape the clutches of those pesky pirates, they set a course for Farfalus, and it turns out to be an asteroid hosting the XGP-15A-2, a super advanced spaceship. And just like any tech-savvy crew, they activate the ship's computer, Gilliam 2, who recognizes them as its new crew. Suddenly, the pirates make a grand entrance seeking control of the ship. This time, Gene and the crew are ready, turning the asteroid into an action-packed battleground. Gene, Jim, and Melfine break free from the asteroid's gravity, and the crew faces a heartbreaking sacrifice as Hilda valiantly gives up her life to protect her newfound friends. Her memory lives on, and Gene names the ship Outlaw Star in her honor, a testament to her bravery and their everlasting bond. Back on Blue Heaven, the crew's adventures continue with a little paint job for the Outlaw Star. Swanzo, the Corbinite with the artful touch, adds his flair to the vessel. It's like an intergalactic fashion makeover, a ship so stylish it puts a runway to shame. In a curious twist of fate, Aisha resurfaces, a bit down on her luck and in need of some coordinates. Jean's poker face is no match for her fiery determination, but instead of trading information, they share a meal. Meeting an old friend, Fred Luo, brings more excitement to the crew's journey. Except this time, it's not over treasure or pirates, it's a battle of wits and skills against a formidable assassin named Twilight Suzuka. The Outlaw Star becomes a training ground as Gilliam 2 runs simulations to teach Jean spaceship takeoffs. Crash after crash, it's like an interstellar version of an epic fail compilation. Who knew that space travel could be so complicated? Jean's determination, though, is as strong as Jim's love for vintage video games. And speaking of Jim, he's got his hands full as he gets his car out of an impound and takes on another side gig as a mechanic. Forget the millennial gig economy, this kid is making a name for himself in the galaxy. Just when you think it's a smooth ride through space, a key pirate ambush throws everything into chaos. Melfine, ever the hero, saves Jean from certain doom. But the universe loves a good plot twist. Jean's battle with another key pirate leaves him poisoned, and it's a race against time to find an antidote. It's like an episode of Grey's Anatomy set in space. The crew reunites on the Outlaw Star to face the pirates and the robotic henchmen, with Jean and Suzuka proving they're not the ones to mess with. The pirates never saw it coming. In the midst of all the space shenanigans, Jean and Jim take on a contract to find and kill a man named Zomba, with their target turning out to be a cyborg doppelganger. As they continue their journey, the crew faces further dangers in Heifeng, and eventually, after going through a number of different wild side stories and shenanigans, they embark on the search for the galactic ley line. A man named Harry tries to seduce and kidnap Melfina in the process, but he is rebuffed by Jean. Meanwhile, Ron attacks the others only to be interrupted by an earthquake. Later in an outpost, Professor Win Khan puts Melfina to sleep with code words and tells Jean to go to a prison for information on the galactic ley line. Jean, taking his position as a prisoner, meets Seo Wong, who has the coordinates for the galactic ley line. They escape and the man gives Jean a device, which he says contains the coordinates. Professor Khan wakes Melfina up and Jean then kicks Khan off the ship. The group goes to the vacation world Tenrei so Jean can look for castor shells to prepare for their trip to the galactic ley line. The crew relaxes in the hot springs and Jean meets with two priests, Ark and Hadul. They give him the castor shells in exchange for lewd footage of a third female priest named Urt, a side story which includes a key pirate named Toby Guerra who repeatedly fails to assassinate Jean. The Outlaw Star, the McDougal brothers, with Khan and Hazanko and his crew all struggle to make their way into the galactic ley line, where they see a cylindrical figure covered in black and gold. Melfina is transported away as a disembodied voice asks them the reason for the return, as well as for the thing that they desire most. Suzuka, Jean, and Aisha confront and defeat Hitoriga, Hamushi, and Jukai, respectively. Harry finds Melfina at the gate, but is severely wounded by Hazanko, who commands Melfina to open the gate. When Khan also enters the gate, Jean confronts and overpowers Ron near there, which triggers his memory of his childhood when his parents were alive. Jean later tells Jim to gather Aisha and Suzuka back onto the ship. Harry helps Jean and Khan by opening the portal before passing away. Jean's caster shell and Hazanko's Tau magic cancel each other out, killing both of them. They are transported into the heart of the ley line with Melfina and Khan, where they are revived and have their wishes granted. Khan acquires all the knowledge in the universe and merges with the ley line, while Hazanko receives ultimate power. Jean and Melfina wish to simply be together, whereupon Melfina's body is freed from the ley line. Jean and Melfina combine their strength with Aisha, Jim, Suzuka, and the Outlaw Star itself, and defeat Hazanko inside the spiral of the galactic ley line, and the galactic ley line moves to a new location afterwards. In the aftermath, Aisha and Suzuka have departed but reunite with the crew of the Outlaw Star when the ship breaks down in deep space. The group heads out to another region of the galaxy, now back better than ever and ready to find new adventures. And that is the end of Outlaw Star. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss another update. Without further ado,